announce it this week because they're allowed to expand it to 17 based on the new collective bargaining agreement. They can add that 17th game. They are not going to take an extra bye week, so you got 17 games on 18 weekends. Opening week will be September 12th, 2021, the week after Labor Day weekend. And week 18 will be final, I think it's going to be January 9th. I think they're pushing the Super Bowl back a week. Could be wrong on that. But they are going to expand it, 17 games.
Love it.
I think they're going to decrease the preseason from 4 to 3. They should decrease it to 2, but I think it's going to be 3. And, they're going to announce that this week.
By the way, Drab, you're sleeping on Rui being a freshman on that Gonzaga team.
Yeah, but he didn't play much.
Yeah, that's just a great run from Few. So
a
anyway,
lot of we from Drab talking about Gonzaga.
There's plenty of that.
You know what? It's a hometown team. Yeah. I can say we.
Hey, you know what? I'm okay with him carrying the flag for his region where he's from. He's proud of that Pac Northwest heritage.
You guys are going to be better when there's 3 Pac-12 teams in Gonzaga in the Final Four.
Oh, no, I'm not, because that means UCLA beat Michigan. I'll be butt-sized if that happens. Because I don't know how much more of the Juwan Howard and Michigan hype that I can handle. So I'm happy if UCLA upsets them.
Oh, I guess that can't happen because Baylor, there's no Pac-12 team in Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor's going to play Arkansas, right?
By the way, our NCAA tournament coverage presented by Paisano's Pizza, not just pizza, but something for everyone delivered. We hope that you entered into our 2021 bracket challenge. Got to thank Paisano's for covering the winners' pizza nights for a year. They're giving them a $1,000 gift card. Paisano's not just pizza, but something for everyone. Good luck to everybody that participated.
All right, so I think when we come back, we can get into the big trade that happened over the weekend where the Dolphins flipped, there was all kinds of action, flipping with the 49ers, and so the Niners move up to 3, and then the Dolphins flip with the Eagles and get back into number 6. I mean,
yeah, let's get into
obviously
that.
Obviously, the 49ers are looking for a quarterback, so it's very interesting.
Who were your Niners looking at? We'll get into that next here on the Junkies.
This ad is brought to you by Von Vendy, Von Willebrand Factor, Recombinant.
Hi, my name is Leslie. I'm a mother, a wife, a nurse, a patient, and someone who loves life. My family loves to travel and see more of the natural beauty in this world. To hear my story, visit vonvendy.com.
Welcome back. Chucky's on 106.7 The Fan. We are live on NBC Sports Washington. So Jason mentioned it right before the break. The 49ers doing some wheeling and dealing. They move up. They say that they were happy with Jimmy Garoppolo, but they moved up to the number 3 pick in the draft.
By the way, there was a lot of, Jimmy G's really good. He's got a good win-loss record. Where's that crowd now? Where's the crowd supporting Jimmy G at this point?
Well, that's still a fact that his win-loss record when he's healthy was pretty damn good, but they just don't believe in him.
Right.
And that's obvious.
Well, also, look at the competitive quarterback landscape just in that division. Mm-hmm. The Rams go out and get Stafford. Kyler doing what he's doing in Arizona. And, of course, Russ in Seattle. They're losing the quarterback arms race, and they know it. And they know they have to get better at that spot.
So who's their guy, Jason?
I mean, I would say it's Trey Lance.
Or is it Trey Lance?
I would probably lean Lance, but who knows?
Or is it Mac Jones? Did you see?
No way.
Yes. They like, apparently, this is what I'm reading, okay? And who knows what's true. But they like one of those 3 guys, Lance, Fields, or Jones.
Well,
I got to think that they like Lance and Fields better than Jones simply because he can run.
Well, today there's on Tuesday there's competing pro days. And it's Justin Fields has a pro day and Mac Jones has a pro day.
Mm-hmm.
And Brett Coleman is reporting that the Niners, they're not splitting it. It's not John Lynch, the GM, going to one of the pro days and Kyle Shanahan going to one of the others. Both are going to Mac Jones's pro day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any scenario where it's plausible that you trade into the top 3 and you bypass Lance and Fields and potentially Zach Wilson if he doesn't go number 2, which looks like he will, for Mac Jones. You know what?
I don't see it
That's
either.
Impossible.
I don't see it either, but who knows? Now, they probably all went to Trey Lance's pro day.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Actually, you know what, Jason? I stand corrected. I misspoke. They're splitting it. So Kyle Shanahan is going to Mac Jones, and the GM, John Lynch, is going to go to see Justin Fields.
Okay, so there you go. So
what do you make of that?
They're going to see them all. Well, they've already seen Lance, and they're going to both see Fields and Jones. I would lean that they're going to go to one of the more mobile quarterbacks, but I have no idea. I mean, who would I rather have out of those guys? I'd like to have Fields.
And then what does it tell you that the Eagles, who had the number 6 pick, traded out of it, acquired another first-round pick? Are they punting this season? Is this like their Miami Dolphin season where Miami loaded up on draft picks? They knew they were going to suck, and now Miami's going for it, right? They got their quarterback in Tua. Mm-hmm. They had a good season last year, and this is their year. Are the Eagles basically sending a signal out? We know we're going to suck this year, so we're not going to worry about a draft choice, and we'll move down. We want to acquire more picks for the future.
I mean,
I don't know
they would never cop to that, but if they know that it's going to be a down year, if they know they're going to win 4 or 5 games, why wouldn't you move from 6, move down spots, acquire assets, acquire more picks going forward? All it does is make sense.
I still think they're going to take a receiver. So they were going to take a receiver at 6, and they acquire an extra first-rounder. I still think that they're going to take a receiver in that spot. So they would have taken one at 6, and I think they'll still take one at 12.
I think there's a possibility they're loading up to trade for a veteran quarterback. If not this year, then next year, definitely, because they're going to have 3 first-round picks next year.
Well, this is Jalen Hurts' real audition year, and you know that he's not going to get any pressure. And sorry, Matt Valdez, because they brought in Joe Flacco as the backup. There's no real threat to step in and play behind Jalen Hurts. This is them tossing the keys to him for the whole 17 games, if that's what it is, and saying, look, you can be our quarterback of the future, but you got to perform well this year. I think this is a real full-on audition for him because he's not going to have to worry about Carson Wentz or somebody else of that ilk being on the sideline. If Joe Flacco's playing, it's a 2 or 3 win season.
I don't know. To me, the move signals we're going to win 4 games this year. We're going to load up on picks for next year. That's just what it feels like.
It's a possibility, but what if Hurts really plays well?
That's true, but why not stay at number 6 where you'd have a chance to draft, Pitts or Chase or, you get your pick at wide receiver.
You think
they're going to do that at 12.
They probably feel like the receivers are so deep, they probably feel like they could get a really good receiver even at 12. So they could get Waddle or they could get Smith.
Yeah, they've got their grouping of guys that they really like, and they've run the numbers. They know who's going to be there. What 2 or 3 guys that they like will be there in that 12 range.
It's crazy, though, how things have changed where, when we first started talking about the draft and we were kind of projecting who was going to be available for Washington at number 19, we would throw out names like Mac Jones at quarterback and Trey Lance, and now there's no chance they're going to be there. Everybody says they're both going to be top 10 picks.
But you know what? That's
maybe
okay.
Even in
That's
top
okay.
5.
Look, that's okay because then that pushes a really good offensive lineman or a corner or a linebacker down to where they're picking.
Cakes. I'm just saying that this draft is going to be so quarterback heavy early, and now the Niners have that number 3 spot, and we just don't know. But when they made the move, my initial thought was they must love Trey Lance because everybody now assumes that Zach Wilson's going number 2. It's fait accompli.
That's
and
what
by the
it
way,
looks
did
like.
you watch that one throw on Pro Day that went viral?
That was a hell of a throw.
It was a great throw, but then somebody also juxtaposed it with the same exact throw that Sam Darnold made in a game. So, I mean, come on.
I saw that Darnold throw. It wasn't anything close to what Wilson
It
did.
was similar. Come on, Drab.
I mean, Wilson threw a bomb backpedaling.
You're just rooting
he's
for
got
because
a
it
gun.
plays out in your region of the country. Come on, stop it already.
Another
I'm
school?
not-
Is he a BYU guy now?
I hate BYU. Are you kidding me?
No, but Drabby does love Zach Wilson. You love them.
I need a flow chart
You
to
love
keep up
him.
with all the team's drab lights.
That's news to me.
I think
I'm
you're
intrigued
confused.
I'm intrigued by him.
I love Zach Wilson.
Well, I know you do. I think you both do.
Because I was hyping him up last year.
I think you both love him.
That's probably why he was the first guy you gave EB during the commercial break film study, but he never actually gave him a grade, right?
Correct.
That's the one guy
He got an
didn't give a grade
incomplete?
to. No, he just gave his analysis.
He just
but
gave
no
his
grade.
analysis.
It's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, the Niners are going to take a quarterback. What will Carolina do?
They're going to take a quarterback.
Probably, depending on who's there.
Right.
What will Denver do at 9? They're not sold on lock. Maybe the Giants trade out of that 11 spot. Maybe Chicago moves up because Chicago right now has Andy Dalton, correct?
Correct.
I mean, they need a quarterback.
They're desperate.
Now
for a
maybe they
quarterback.
trade for Jimmy G. The Niners can't keep Jimmy G on the roster.
Well, they claim that they're going to keep him around for at least a year.
Right. I know they claim it. I think they're lying because they also said they love Jimmy G and then they traded up for the number 3 pick.
Right.
But how can you keep Jimmy G there, draft a quarterback? You obviously don't love Jimmy G. He's not the future. He'll have 1 year left on his deal after this year. They've got to make a move. So I think they're going to trade him.
I kind of agree, but if they take Lance there and they feel like he's just too raw to throw in week 1, then you roll with Jimmy G until you're ready for the transition.
I don't know. It's hard to keep
awkward.
Jimmy G
it's
around.
It's going to be an awkward room.
Because Jimmy G knows they want to really get rid of him because they drafted Lance. Lance is the guy. How can you keep Jimmy? That's just a very awkward situation. I don't know.
It's the Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes situation. I mean, we've seen it before.
I'm not saying it can't happen.
So Jimmy G wins games, he keeps his job, right? But then if they stumble and they start losing, then they move to the quarterback of the future.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So what if Jimmy G has a really good year and they go 12-4?
Well, then again, that's the Alex Smith situation.
And then what do you do?
Then you have to punt him away because you can't keep the number 3 pick on the bench forever.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do. I think that they're going to be listening for offers for Jimmy
Valdez
G.
is the president of the Horde Quarterbacks at All Costs School. So he's all about keeping as many of those guys on the roster as possible. He's starting to win me over.
But you get less value for him if you wait a year because then he'll be in his final year of his deal.
Would you be salty as a Niners fan if they draft Mac Jones?
No, I wouldn't be salty.
Would you be salty if
I think
they
Mac
draft Trey Lance?
I just need to see more of him.
What about you're a Justin Fields guy?
I like Fields better than both of them, yes.
Gotcha.
But I wouldn't be salty. Again, I'm not as big a Niners fan as I was 20 years ago. But I just saw Fields play more than the other guys. So I like Fields a lot. Plus he can run.
How are you going to see Trey Lance play?
That's what I mean.
I mean, seriously.
And maybe they will take Fields at 3. They might. They might really like him.
Yep. Didn't you trash Fields during the playoff? Didn't we get all over you for that?
I trashed him because he had a bad game. He killed Clemson, but he didn't play well against Bama.
He trashed him before he torched Clemson.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Go back and listen. I don't think I trashed him.
I think you did.
All right, go back and listen.
Find that tape, Valdez. You have your Monday project.
All right.
Maybe I said that he should play another year in college, but I don't think I trashed him. So maybe I did. You have to go back and listen to it.
We'll go back.
All right, got to take a break. If you want to chime in, 800-636-1067. Remember, Peter Laviolette, head coach of the Caps, joins us every Monday at 8 o'clock. Don't go anywhere.
You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
An excerpt from This Book is Anti-Racist by Tiffany Jewell.
You are the only you there is. There's so much that makes you who you are. Your identity is what makes you, you. It's all the parts that make you unique.
Download now. Available everywhere audiobooks are sold.